The Bible does tell us there are some things when we get to heaven we're not going to need to do. There'll be no need for any tears over there. We won't weep anymore when we get over there. And I think one of the things we're not going to be doing over there is that we're not going to have the need to pray when we get there, because all the prayers are going to be answered and every need's going to be met. And so you say, well, what are we going to do? I sort of think we're just going to be praising God forever and forever. That's what's going to be in heaven as we honor and glorify the Lord. Let me just make mention, let me welcome you that are here tonight. For those that are listening, wherever you are, and again, let me say a word of welcome to those that have their computer on somewhere, a phone somewhere. And we've heard from so many people this week that have watched the service. Some that are unable to be here, we welcome you. We welcome you into this time of worship tonight, wherever you are, and trust God will use our worship time and our Bible study as a source of encouragement to you. Just say a word on your way out. We have our new daily breads that are out there on the table in the vestibule beginning March, April, May. And so we're just about to begin the new month. So if you want to pick yours up, and then they sent us, I asked for them, this little booklet about having peace. And these are 10 Easter reflections from our daily bread. This leads us into our Easter season, so you're welcome to pick these up. And if you have somebody you'd like to give them to, then feel free to get those after the service tonight, if you will. There's a section in the book of Genesis, a long section, that deals with a man by the name of Jacob. We are sort of taking his life apart and examining different aspects of his life. There are a lot of good things you could say about Jacob, and there are a lot of bad things you could say about Jacob. There's a section in the book of Genesis, and you could pick and choose what scripture you were going to use to bring out the theme of what we're talking about. For 21 years of this man's life. After he left home, and he went to Laban, and Laban had a daughter that he fell in love with. 7 years of his life, he labored for Rachel. And of course, we all are familiar with that famous story in the Bible, how that his future father-in-law had tricked him, and so he worked another 7 years in order to gain the hand of Rachel to be his wife. And then he worked for 7 more years in the house of his father-in-law. So a big portion of the book of Genesis is dealing with those years, 21 years, that he's there away from home, away from his family, and he is working for his father-in-law. And the only reason he was doing that because he thought he was going to get something out of it. He thought at the end of the day that he was going to get that girl that he fell in love with. And, of course, we know that his father-in-law was just as